The inspiring program, Lumen 2000, is brought to you by CARITAS Zambia in conjunction with Catholic Media Services Television Production Studios, the Communications Ministry of the Zambia Episcopal Conference. It was the Holy Father, Pope Paul VI, who said, "If you want peace, work for justice." Various popes, before and since, have constantly spoken out on the need for world peace. Clearly, the promotion for peace and human rights are topics very close to the Catholic Church. 30 years ago, in his first letter, Pope John Paul II of happy memories stressed the importance of respect for human rights. Equally, when traveling to all parts of the world, Pope John Paul II promoted human rights as the central theme of his papacy. Catholicism in the southern part of Zambia started in the Diocese of Monze at Chikuni Mission. The diocese understands its Christian duty and responsibility very well. It was not surprising, therefore, to see CARITAS Zambia and Monze Diocese bring people together to raise awareness on the need to promote human rights in the diocese. The Church's social teachings through faith, hope, and charity provides an absolute foundation for this event. Mazabuka Town was the venue for this important occasion. Bishop Emilio Patriarca of Monze Diocese has an important message from the Church to the people of Mazabuka and the diocese.
Today, we gather to reflect and remind ourselves in Mazabuka and in the whole Diocese of Monze the importance of human rights and dignity in the pursuit of peace. Peace flourishes when these rights are fully respected, but when they are violated, what comes is war, which causes other still graver violations.
The gospel of Christ must be preached everywhere, and sometimes this means leaving the pulpit and going to the marketplace to meet the people. Parents, don't marry off your children at an early age. The words of a song by the Mashombe Blue Jeans were appropriate for this human rights rally. The song was sung over and over and became a favorite tune for the human rights function. Many people may ask, why a human rights rally in Mazabuka?
Mazabuka is one of the fast growing towns when you are developing, the human rights are exposed, are live wires to abuse, especially in favor of the rich and the powerful. But especially because Mazabuka community, it has a desire to put things right. And that's why the rally is here.
Kaya mulibuti bantu kuno ku Mazabuka. Mulibuti. Mwalia. Nice Italia.
Zambia's celebrated comedians, Bikiloni and Difficult, were also at hand to lighten the mood of the people without taking away from the heavy matter at hand. Human rights require that each person be their own master.
Yes. Soya banifuna kukwatiri sasifuna kutayana ntawi nifuna ukachaje ndiwe malume wake iwe siningaese wati hizo nkali ndiye zamene silafuna makamaka ya CARITAS ndiye ametita na kuti child abuse.
The Human Rights Rally also provided an opportunity for the people to meet and interact with their representative in Parliament. Honorable Gary Nkombo is United Party for National Development UPND Mazabuka Member of Parliament.
Human rights and freedoms are fundamental facets of human dignity. Fellow citizens, among the civil and political rights are fundamental rights such as the right to life. There is also the right to human dignity, and that derogates any form of disparaging of each other's characters. We also have a right not to be discriminated upon on the basis of race, on the basis of gender, on the basis of tribe, on the basis of cultural beliefs, on the basis of religious beliefs, and so on and so forth.
Honorable Gary Nkombo applauded the church for organizing the Human Rights Rally and urged the people to defend their own rights at all times. Early marriages and child abuse are still the order of the day in many parts of Zambia. CARITAS Zambia has taken the campaign against this vice as an integral part of its human rights activities. The Gonda Cultural Dancing Ensemble provided an invigorating performance, at the same time conveying an imperative message to the people. Marrying of children at an early and immature age should not be condoned. This is the message in the song. The Human Rights Commission of Zambia is entrusted with the task of defending, protecting, and promoting human rights throughout the country. The presence of the Commission at this event gave the organization an opportunity to explain to the people what they should do when their human rights are violated.
You have an institution which is readily available for you to make your complaints if you feel that your human rights are being violated. The first step that we need to take is try as much as possible to understand what our rights are, and thereafter not just sit but claim these rights. If we do not report human rights abuses, if we do not claim our rights, then these rights will continue to be denied us.
The rights of the child are of particular concern to the Human Rights Commission because children are vulnerable, since they are not in a position to speak for themselves. The tragedy and challenge of Africa is that children are sometimes not given an opportunity to enjoy their rights as children, but are exploited for labor. The concept of child labor is therefore viewed as an imposed notion of the international community.
We are particularly concerned and are in tandem with every other organizations or individuals that promote the rights of the child. Because children are vulnerable, we call for their total protection so that they can develop into responsible adults. We join those who condemn child development, we join those who condemn child abuse, we join those who condemn corporal punishment and the rest.
As we gather together today to raise awareness of human rights and the duties that citizens have towards their promotion, let us remember that we can only do so fruitfully when we are united and reconciled in the spirit of our national motto, One Zambia, One Nation. This reawakening of our treasured tenets of national unity and development should motivate us to work hard and honestly for the common good of all. In this way, we shall truly promote and protect human rights for all citizens.
Mashombe Blue Jeans.
The Catholic Church is concerned with the increasing poverty levels in the country. The Church's worries stem from the fact that lack of basic needs such as food, shelter, and clean drinking water in themselves are a breach of human rights. The Christian faith challenges believers to uphold human dignity and calls for action to address the flagrant contrast between the equal acknowledgement of rights and the uneven access to the means of attaining those rights. In other words, it is not right for Christians to regularly ask God to give us this day our daily bread when the majority of humanity still goes hungry. Naturally, the Church's work in Monzi does not begin and end with this human rights rally.
This village was established in 1979. It was as a result of the Diocese of Monze who brought us together. We came from different parishes in the diocese. We were taken to the craft center where we stayed for 3 months to learn different skills in vegetable growing, basket making, and baking. After the course, we went to Chikankata to observe how leprous patients were coping. We were amazed to see the good life that these people were leading. It was from this experience that we requested the Diocese of Mons to find us a place to stay and utilize the knowledge we learned at the craft center. In short, that is how we came up with this village here in Chief Chonas area.
CARITAS Monze, through this modern project, seeks to invite the whole community not to close its eyes to the needs of people living with disabilities.
We didn't sit idly by and waiting for the people to give us handouts. We started making the place attractive and conducive for people living with disabilities.
The
Diocese of Mons through CARITAS assisted us with farming inputs such as fertilizer and seeds. CARITAS Mons, with the support of an organization from Germany, put up this water rectification system. As for now, we have an overhead tank and a solar panel. There are 3 taps with running water in our village.
In various places of Monze Diocese, CARITAS has trained community agriculture workers to enhance good agricultural methods. This is not new to the Catholic Church in Monze Diocese. Right when the diocese was being evangelized, Father Moro introduced new farming methods among the Tonga people in the diocese. The learning has continued. The outcomes of these communities' initiatives can be seen on this farm.
Ndataliga project mu 1998 November ndamana kulega chikolo grade 9.
I started this orchard project in 1998 after dropping out of school at grade 9. When I started, I was joined by 2 others who liked the idea. At the moment, we have 8 members in our project. At first, we had a problem with our irrigation system because there was no water nearby. In 2008, the Diocese of Monze, through CARITAS, came to our aid and set up this water reservoir. As at now, we have no problem because we can store water in the reservoir.
In line with the Church's mission of promoting human dignity, poverty alleviation is top on the agenda. CARITAS Monze is providing seeds and encouraging farmers to engage in sustainable agricultural methods. The farmers are also encouraged to build good storage facilities for their farm produce. That way, these farmers will always have something to fall back on when there is drought and food supplies are low.
So butaitwaka buyagirwa obumbwa kuti katuko ntaguli bwabira kumagana nzala mu group yesu mu community yesu.
We built this grain storage facility so that we could avert hunger problems in our area. The arrangement is in such a way that each household contributes 50 kg bags of maize for storage every year. When there is drought, we always have maize in reserve. This maize is also sold to raise money for any member of the project who has any problem such as bereavement in the family.
What brought us here is the need of the community. The community was disadvantaged in such a way that they do not have the capacity to grow their own food. So we started mobilizing them into functional groups of 30 households. And when we identified that people did not have enough food, we trained them sustainable agriculture. And the sustainable agriculture can work very well hand in hand with livestock development. And when the the livestock are loaned to them, they come along with a drug kit, a kit that comprises of materials and medicines that can cover all the diseases that are occurring in this place. And these households were also given a bull. One of the households looks after the bull, but the bull is made available to save any heifer that is on heat for the group. Again, after another 2 years, those households will pass on to the next 10 households until all the 30 have been given an arrangement to own cattle.
Water is life, goes the old adage. But many communities in rural Zambia are deprived of clean drinking water. The water problems that affect most rural communities in Zambia compelled CARITAS Monze to provide a borehole to the community of Vuna in Monze district.
We came up with the vegetable garden project after CARITAS Monze gave us the borehole. We have been selling these vegetables. It is from the vegetables sales that we were able to buy pockets of cement to build a wall around the borehole. That way, the place is kept clean because no animal can have access to the water point.
Monze Diocese, through CARITAS Monze, has done its part in encouraging good agricultural methods. The government too needs to do its part by improving rural roads, which will also open up markets for the peasant farmers. A good road network is an important ingredient for agriculture to flourish. Farmers are also encouraged to venture into chicken rearing.
The motive behind the local chicken is people to generate income on their own. Yeah, because what we do is we get the chickens, put them, they lay eggs, then after laying eggs they hatch. Or maybe when they lay eggs, we select the best chickens that can hatch well. Then some of the chickens, we get the eggs from those chickens and put to other chickens that can hatch well. And when they hatch, we get when the chicks are 1 week old, we get the mothers out, we leave the small chicks and feed them so that they can grow up fast and sell so that we can generate income.
We have benefited from the chicken rearing project. For example, last season we sold 50 chickens and bought fertilizer. We have no problems providing food to the family.
Besides agriculture, the church in Monze Diocese is promoting skills development programs targeting young people. All these efforts by CARITAS Monze are aimed at the integral development of a human person.
This is a life skill and we are privileged to be here. We started our course last year in July and hope to complete this year in June.
In an era of fast-moving technology, a computer course opens up the world and possibilities. The computer courses being offered by the Mamba Youth Project is intended with trends in other parts of the world.
I'm a lecturer here and I'm proud to say I'm a former student, and this is a very good example to the students or the ladies who want to come here, because when they see me working here, then they would also be encouraged to come here. If I was a student, from a student I'm elevated to a lecturer where I was, it's an achievement, and then I am more like a role model to some of the ladies who want to come here.
What is Christian in human rights and agriculture? Everything. The human person is called to be a Christian in totality. We cannot separate what we are and do from our Christian faith. The Christian faith permeates our lives. That in a nutshell, is what the work of CARITAS Monze is all about. The inspiring program, Lumen 2000, was brought to you by CARITAS Zambia in conjunction with Catholic Media Services Television Production Studios, the Communications Ministry of the Zambia Episcopal Conference. If you have any questions or comments about this program, would like to hear from you, please spare a moment and write to us on this address.